All right. Boom.
Wait, I didn't put my sunglasses on. What if they see my dog, the bounty hunter
Here we
eyes?
go. Do this in every stream, dude.
Every stream, I've done like 2 streams and both failed. Every stream I do fails. Are they going to be able to hear us way over there?
Yeah, you guys, just to double check, because you know we're letting everybody get settled in here. Let me pause that. You guys can hear us, right? Just want to make sure. Is this where I'm supposed to be? It's 7:30 in my mind. Al. All right, everybody can hear us. Great. All right, let's get started. What's going on, guys? I'm Jake the Lawn Kid. Welcome back to another episode of Lawn Fires, where the fires are hot, the lawns are green, and the questions are engaging. So tonight...
Whoa!
What?
That's awesome. How come I never heard that intro before?
Well, you don't tune in the beginning, that's why.
I just outed myself. That was
Anyway.
good. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Anyway, so tonight I got a very special guest, Allyn Hane himself. And tonight we're just going to sit down and we're going to talk, right? We don't really have a plan. We never do with this show. It's open format. And whatever you guys say goes. All right? So whatever you guys would like me or Allyn to answer, just feel free to write in the comments, all right? Open format.
So how's everybody doing? Hello.
Yeah, how is everybody?
Here we are. This is Lawn Fires with...
No fire tonight.
No fire. I'm freaking freezing. I think the high was like 62 today. 62, bro. I'm probably gonna get pneumonia.
Yeah.
You know what is it right now out there? 51. I mean, if it goes any lower, I don't have footwear for this.
I mean, here's the deal. I was gonna light a fire tonight, but originally I was gonna have Silverback on. He's gonna be sitting here, and with the way I had the shot framed, I was pretty much gonna block it. So I figured, hey, you know what? I don't need that extra detail tonight, so I'll just leave it out. But I completely forgot about the fact that, you know, one little breeze and you're freezing.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You okay?
All right, what are we doing? Taking questions?
Yeah. Well,
Where's Eric Von Wedel? He said he had a question for me.
All right. Where is he? At the beginning here. I have a question for Allyn. Here we go. I have a question for Allyn. Will the nutrients and ringer stay in the soil until the soil warms up and the microbes become more active than they are now?
Yeah, I mean, so not just ringer, any organic. It will. You put it in now, and that's why I like organics, because number one, they're adding carbon to the soil, and so that's important. But they are also feeding the microbes. So anything that you can do to kick up microbes in your soil is good. And listen, this isn't something I knew about in the detail that I know about it now, and I still don't know much. I mean, I've learned. Obviously, you guys have followed my journey with learning from John Perry, and he's been a real mentor to me on that. But if you look back at my old videos, I always knew. I talked about the soil food web before. I had studied that. And I definitely knew that organics were feeding the soil. I just didn't know everything else behind that. But again, I've always been on record saying that. So to answer your question, yeah, the microbes are there as the soil temperatures kick up and the grass comes online on its own naturally. The microbes come online on their own naturally. And then the nutrients in the malorganite or the ringer or whatever organic fertilizer you're using are sitting there to also come online naturally with those two processes. So it's brilliant. It's beautiful. A lot of people ask me about starter fert. Why don't I recommend that anymore? I did talk about that on the podcast this week. But part of it is if you want to get a super boost, if you need something fast, if you think you want quick release, which is what my nickname was in college, then you can go ahead and throw down some starter fert, some 1010 we found at Walmart today. What was that, like $12 for 40 pounds? So if you want to do some starter fert to give yourself a little something out of the gate, you can, but I don't think you need it. I think if you go heavier with the Milo, which I recommend the 12 pounds per thousand rate, which is what we did today, you're going to get in a text. You're going to see that your lawn is going to green up fast enough anyway. So hope that answered your question, Eric.
All right, awesome. Let's see, what else we got here? So, besides Eric, looking forward.
By the way, I'll just say we were at the Project Lawn today.
Yeah.
So we're seeing all of the lawns in the area here are dormant for sure still. But we'll talk to you guys about soil temps. We're right in the window we're right at the opening of the window, which we could talk about that if you want. But we put Malorganite on that lawn last year as our final app, and it's already greener. This is in the middle of the woods, a lawn that's seeded, peakedly seeded. Is that a word? Peakedly?
I'm not sure.
I think peaked's a good word.
Not the guy to ask.
But a couple more beers, I'll make up a lot of words. But anyway, either way, it's one of those things where it's already greener than the other lawns around here, and that's a Malorganite fed lawn. So, stuff works. What are you gonna say?
Awesome. Hey, Connor Ward's in here.
What's up, Connor? My brother. Connor had a great video this week where he's at his folks' house.
I like
freaking awesome. Like you guys know I'm a fan of the community as much as anybody. And Connor, that video, man, I like your dad's garage is freaking kick ass, dude. Like I don't know what he does for a living or did for a living, but cool stuff. They got a lot going on over there, a lot of fun. So when I come over there, I'm sure you guys can do some four-wheeling out there or something maybe when I come see you.
Mm-hmm. It'll have to be during the day hours because this guy goes to bed early.
Yeah, I think I'm at my 1,000 words for the day. I'll be asleep at 10 minutes.
I mean, if he goes to where Connor's at, he'll probably be going to sleep at 5. So you gotta.
Whatever excuse I can use to make time changes, put me in bed earlier, all the time, sure. By the way, Jake's not drinking, but I am. I'm drinking a local craft. Nick, what is this? Hellas Lager? My son, the craft beer geek, is over there. Where's this from?
Griffith, Indiana.
Griffith, Indiana. Hoorah, Griffith. I used to own a house in Griffith on Glenwood. My wife's over here, too. She doesn't like being on the video, but she's waving at you guys. And we used to live in Griffith on Glenwood, 709 North Glenwood Avenue Street?
Yeah.
709 North Glenwood in
Right.
Griffith, Indiana. That was my first lawn I ever owned. That's when I was using some Milo hardcore down in there.
All right. Let's see what else we got here. Just got a question when firing up the grill. What's cooking? Well, I don't know.
We are not cooking anything right now. I am
No.
drinking beer on an empty stomach because I'm a dumbass, but we did have some shoots today.
Yeah.
If you guys ever come to the region, you got to get some shoots over by there. They got like these fried burgers, and they put a little relish on there, a little mustard, a little ketchup. These shoots fans, I can't really see the chat. Can you see the chat?
Look right here.
But it doesn't keep up.
Oh, well, that's because I'm trying to make sure everybody gets their question answered.
I should probably screen these questions. What if somebody asks me something like that I don't know about, which is most things,
Yeah.
right?
You
You gotta
can't
keep up the facade, bro.
Listen, you can replay it if you want.
No, I'll just say something else. I'll talk about pounds on the ground. I'll just change the conversation. I'm good at that. Just so you guys know, I'm no Matt Martin up in here, okay? Seriously.
All right.
That guy teaches me. Like, if you want the ultimate mentors, I've named them. So.
Lush Lawns, what's up, brother? He says, Allyn looks cold, more wood. The one night I didn't have a fire.
Lush Lawn, he knows what it's like to go out and get some black coffee about midnight with
Yeah, he
Mosquito.
was with us. I remember that. Can I sod St. Augustine in full sun? That's a question for you.
Can you sod St. Augustine? Is that the only question?
No, but you have.
Can I sod St. Augustine in full sun? Yeah, Charlie, you sure can, man. St. Augustine, all warm season grass, they prefer full sun. I don't know of any warm season grass that I would say will do well in shade. They won't. There's some that can survive in some dappled sun, which is another. I want to do that. I want to make a t-shirt, dappled sun. Like, I want to make stupid t-shirts that mean nothing, that you just wear and people look at it and go, what? Like hose management. Anyway, yeah, please do sod in full sun, 100%, with St. Augustine grass. I don't know where you're at, but if you're at the frost line in Florida or south, you could do Floritam. Probably South Texas could do Floritam. But anywhere that you have a chance of a freeze, you're going to want to go Palmetto or one of the others. But yeah, man, full sun all the way, brother.
Yeah. Hey, Silverback, you want to join us?
Do what?
Jake's dad's here, and he is excited to get in the live stream. We woke him up from a deep sleep, and now we're going to give him a good high-octane beer. What's the one you brought for him, Nick? Show him the one you brought for him. Nick brought him a high-octane beer.
This thing?
So, yeah, Silverback won't drink them if they're under 9%.
One of those two.
What?
Cassie's being a little brat and
Here we
she
go.
won't take my orders, so I guess I'm starving.
Okay, hold on.
What are you guys doing? You calling some Uber Eats?
Yes.
Give me some Wendy's.
Yeah, I want Wendy's and Cassie's like,
See? How did I know she wanted Wendy's, huh? That's why I'm your neighbor. All right, what's up? Who else? Let's
right.
answer some more questions before I fall asleep.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
By the way, thank you guys for getting on. Thanks for supporting my buddy Jake. I
Yeah.
really do. I thank you guys for that.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
And Aiden, I want to shout out Aiden, A's Lawn and Landscaping. Aiden is, I would say he's newer to our community. Hey, Silverback, what's up, Raph?
Hi, guys.
Somebody asked who would win in a fight between me and Silverback. It is hands down, not a question. He would pummel me, okay? I don't know why you guys asked that, but
That's not true.
he just woke up. He's a little slow.
Yeah.
Anyway, I wanted to shout out to Aiden. Aiden's been making some videos. He's got a nice little
That's pretty good.
lawn company that he's got working up there, so great job, bro.
It's awesome. Kyle S. The brown grass along the highway in my neighbor's greened up today in Ohio after good rain. My soil thermometer says 42 and Syngenta says 48. What gives? Thought it has to be 55.
Yeah, good question. So this is where we talk about leading up to 55. And so when does the window open? So right now we were reading in our soil temps at the middle of the day at our project lawn, like what, 51?
Yeah.
Right, that's middle of the day. Now, I was reading at the hotel this morning, low 40s. That's what he's talking about. So what you want to do when you're reading your own lawn is read at the middle of the day, see what your highs are. So we definitely know that our highs in the middle of the day are approaching 50. Then what we want to do is make sure it's not a freak thing, make sure you're not having a crazy weather event. So you go to the Greencast tool and you look at the historic date when the 5-year average is 55. When is that historic date? And here in St. John, Indiana, it's April 20th. So then you realize, okay, I'm measuring some 50s during the day now, I'm clocking those. My historic date is the 20th. How close do those two times coincide? Right now, 21 days. 21 days, I would say, is the very opening of the window. That's great. That's leading up to 55. 1 week before is leading up to 55. 2 weeks before, 3 weeks. 4 weeks or more before, now you're looking at a whole month ahead of time, and you realize that this first app only has 3 months of efficacy, so you got to kind of look ahead because you got the second one coming up. You just want to make sure you're not too early. But I can tell you right now, 3 weeks in front of, or 21 days in front of the historical go time, that's the opening of the window, baby. Throw her down.
Awesome.
Per diamine on sale, thelawncarenut.com. 50-pound bags, $54.99. We got our shipping in our boxes together. Am I pitching on your
Yeah, you are.
live stream? Silverback. Hey, by the way,
Well,
Silverback.
we get 5% of that anyway.
You
Keep
do. Now
going,
let's say something. You guys, I want to just say one thing because I talk way too much. Silverback is in the pest control industry, and he actually did operations. I don't know if you want to say the name of the company, but it's a good, very large company. He knows all about pest control. I'm talking. He can tell you. I'm hoping I'm not calling you out here because I know he's up in management now, so he may have forgotten what it was like to be in operation. But he knows all the products that he used to use. He used to use Bifin. We used to use a lot of the same ones on our tree. So if you guys have pest questions, you want to talk about bed bugs? My man has cleaned out a lot of big hotels. Don't tell him about which hotels because we know which ones to stay at though. We always call him first. We're not going to go there. But no, if you guys have pest control questions, perimeter pests, you got bed bugs, you got ants, fruit flies, seriously, he knows. So I just want to say you also have a really good expert here if you want to ask about pest control stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, Vladimir Martinez. Besides the Sprayers Plus battery-powered sprayer, what other power sprayers do you recommend? I don't know because all I've used is the Sprayers Plus, and that's what I know. That's what I like. But maybe when I use a little bit more, I can get back to you on that.
I'll tell you that I have a Chapin, and I have not had any problems with it. But, I've seen some reports of some people that did. So I switched to the Sprayers Plus and really like it. But Pete from GCI Turf, he sells the Strom sprayers.
Right.
Those are pro level. Those are worth the investment. And I will tell you that Pete, he's a dealer. And I've seen guys in some of the pro forums that'll say, like, hey, where do we get a Strom sprayer, like, for the right price? And people have said go to Pete. Like, whatever his price is on his site is, like, as cheap as you can get it anywhere else. So support my guy. Strom's are a really solid sprayer. But the Sprayers Plus is also solid, too.
Awesome. All right, Real Old Dad's in here. So question for Allyn. How did it make you feel when Dean was acting busy while you took a break to film?
So Dean, you saw Dean like he was photobombing us and stuff. So I think he was getting into the humor of it, which I appreciated. I think Dean's the kind of guy I like to have a couple beers in the driveway with someday. But I thank him for being a good sport of letting us pretend like we did all the work. At least me.
All right, Josh Smith just bought a new John Deere rider with badge being Tom Soil. Temp is 42, itching to dominate. Oh, so he's telling me he bought a new John Deere and his soil temperatures.
You got a John Deere.
Yeah, I do. I got an L120. This is going to be my first full season with it. I'm really looking forward to it. So one of the things I like about the L20, just to dive in for a second, just to kind of geek out, you get a 48-inch deck on that thing, and it just zooms across property. So if you're dealing with 7,000 to 9,000 square feet of turf for your regular properties, that'll get you in and out of there in like 20 minutes. And that's not including, trimming, blowing, all of that. So on average, it'd take you about 30 minutes if you move fast.
That's good. I like seeing you, get your new different equipment, learn different things.
That's right.
Love seeing that.
All right, Eric Von Whittle. I cut my grass today and it looks good. Awesome, bro. Let's see.
Anybody got any pest control questions?
We're getting there.
How do you check for bed bugs when you staying at a hotel, Eric? What's the best way?
Okay, so bed bugs are going to be more prevalent around the top side of the mattress. So whenever you stay at a hotel, the first thing you do, don't put your bag on the bed, don't put it on the floor. I'd put the stuff in the bathroom just to be on the safe side. Then go take the bed, pull it, I don't know, maybe a quarter of the top all the way down and inspect the seam of the mattress. Then you want to take it a step lower, look at the box spring, because that area doesn't get looked at, and that's where they breed and nest and harbor. So bed bugs will be on the headboards. Some headboards are going to be very heavy to do. I wouldn't advise you to try and move that, because then you're going to have to get engineering involved, and they're going to have to come up. Seriously, they're going to have to come up and fix the room. But if there's bed bugs in the room, they're going to be at the top side of the bed, and they're going to hang around the host.
What are you looking for? Are you looking for frass or bugs?
So they are visible with the naked eye. They're from the tick family. They're kind of flat and they're reddish brownish, so you can see them. You can see the babies as well. So you will see, if there is an infested bed, mattress, whatever, you'll see the frass, which is little dots, which is their fecal matter. So
Good. See, how about that? That's freaking information
it's
from a guy
great.
that. Yeah, some celebrity apartments that he may have cleared out here in Chicago over the years, but we won't talk about those.
strictly commercial, Al, no residence.
That's why I make you check
Residential.
Yeah, so now Becky, every time we stay somewhere, my wife will make me check the beds using that exact method that Eric taught us.
And if you do encounter one, you ask, don't make a big deal about it. Go down to the front desk and say, hey, can you move me to the other end of the hotel, adjacent and above on the second floor or the third floor.
But don't make a big deal out of it. Like, don't post it on Twitter.
Yeah, don't post it on Twitter. Just say, hey, you know what?
You don't need to be a tattletale.
I found a bed bug. Can you move me? And they'll be more than happy to do it.
Yeah. But it's true though. It's not. I mean, it's not like the hotel wants them there. And so if they missed it and you help them out, it's like, okay, that's good. And probably if you don't make a big deal, they would be very appreciative, and you might be able to get some free bar tab or something out of it.
Yeah, so they might comp a room, or like Al said, give you some free bar, but the last thing you want to do is post and give the bad publicity, on Yelp or whatever. Seriously, whatever travel site, because they get scored on their properties, and obviously they can't control them because they are a transportation guest. So, people bring them in, especially international travel. So when there's big conventions within the city, metro markets, you're going to see an influx in activity. So, and that's usually spring, summer months, because that's, international travel. So
Nice.
All right, let's see what else we got in here. Yeah, this is good stuff.
Yeah,
I
man.
like this. Where are we at here in the chat? I always do this. I always get lost.
Maybe we should get Silverback to start a YouTube channel.
We should.
Have you seen those videos, Dirtiest Hotel Rooms by Dan Bell? No?
You could be that guy.
no.
He says no. No way. All right, what else we got?
All right, let's see. Oh, this is a good one. Hey, Jake, when are you going to start lawn mowing?
That's a great question. Who said that? That's a great question.
Nick Snyder. So this really is a great question. So because I want to do things right and I want to make sure that I'm actually cutting off a decent amount of grass blade, I'm waiting till early to mid-April, hoping that the temperatures will come up to the more optimum range.
But all the while making sure your equipment is in tip-top shape
That's right.
to go.
Exactly.
Because without equipment, you can't mow the yard.
That's right.
So.
So we need to do some oil changes, or?
Insider right there.
Yeah, we do.
That's
Some oil changes.
Spark plugs.
Uh-oh. We might want to get on that pretty quick.
Yeah.
We're 21 days away.
He's already got the list.
Okay.
He's already made
Yeah.
it. And he's good.
We're calling up the dealership tomorrow. We're good.
All right, good.
Hey, speaking of, did you get a hold of the guy for the other lawnmower?
Oh yeah, I gotta call him tomorrow.
Oh, so you didn't.
I didn't call him today.
So this is what I proposed, and I know we're on camera, but I don't even care to listen. Ask him if he wants it, and just sell it to him.
Got it.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Or we can go ahead and put it on here and see if anybody wants it.
Hey, there's a.
Wait, what?
Hey, how are you?
Hey,
Dad, what do I do?
let me see. Sorry.
There's a knob down in my room on the keyboard. Can you just turn it all the way to 0?
There's people that want you guys to have your own show.
Yeah.
I've heard them say it because you guys,
okay.
because you guys are good going back and forth. It's funny.
Yeah. I know it would be cool. We should do.
What are you trying to do?
something
Sell a mower or buy a mower?
like that. No.
We
So
have, yeah. Well, I'll tell the story.
Okay. Yeah,
So,
he knows more than I do.
So Jake was mowing the yard
Let's turn it to 0.
and he hit unlevel ground and the oil shifted in the engine
Yep.
and
Oh,
it
this is
dried
the
out.
Craftsman.
It dried out. So we found a mechanic in Lansing, great guy. I can't remember his name, but he's in his late 70s and that's all he does. He's retired. He has his own little garage, on property.
Mm-hmm.
So he put a new engine in it.
Oh, okay.
So we have the John Deere now. So I don't know what we're gonna do with it. We might have it as a spare, but he wanted to buy because we had 2 of them.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So he took the older one and the newer one. He fixed that, put a new engine in it. But then we got the John Deere. So it's like, do we go with 2 and keep another one here, or just get rid of that?
There's some pros on here. What do you guys think?
Just get rid of it, sell it, and then maybe buy another weed whacker, right?
Yeah.
Or something like that, and then add to that.
Let's ask the
So-
pros on here. Lush
Yeah,
lawns.
what do you guys think?
How many lawns do you have right now? 8, 10,
No, he's got
12?
Yeah, about 10, 12.
What you're gonna grow? You're gonna do
Yeah.
door hangers. I saw. So what's your goal this year to get to 20, 25?
Yeah,
or what?
double my clientele.
So if you're gonna, so he's gonna have 20 clients. He's got a current John Deere tractor. He's got the Craftsman as a backup, or should he sell it and get a new weed whacker? What's your weed whacker situation? That still's a little old, right?
I don't even use it anymore. All I use right now is the PAS 225.
Oh, you have a 225? Oh, all right. well.
Yeah, so it's detachable and whatnot, trimmer edger. But one of the things I don't like about it, especially because I'm on the pro field all the time, especially mowing, we're talking, because the way I used to do it, and this is part of why my tractor broke in the first place,
Mhm.
is, I'm a novice, I'm learning as I go. But I used to, for 6 days of the week, I wouldn't do anything, and
Oh,
then
no
one day
kidding.
during the week, I'd go out and I'd mow 10 yards. That's how I used to do it. We're talking like 2
So
years
that's what it
ago.
was. You just blew that Craftsman out. Just-
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Rookie mistake on my part, but I'm getting better.
We'll see if they're giving you any advice in there. If not, they'll.
Yeah,
leave
let's
it.
check the bottom. Let's see here.
Yeah. See, this is hard to follow the chat in here. This is why I don't do live. You can't do this. It don't work right.
Yeah.
Why not?
Because you can't keep up with it. It don't work.
Just a suggestion. You guys go a lot into how to use products, but it would be helpful to know tips of how to mitigate fixed impacts of errors such as over fertilizing. That's what I got at the bottom here.
I mean, if you over fertilize, the only thing you can do is water.
Yeah, dilute it.
Yeah. I mean, I try not to go in. I see what you're saying. I've done a few videos on like what happens if you mess up, but typically, if you over apply something, you water a lot and you hope for the best. I know that people hate that. I think sometimes I tell people, hey, hope for the best. They're like, but I'm like, I can't tell you what'll happen. I don't know. When you over apply a product, it happens. We don't want to do that. That's why I do go so much into reading the label and, and measuring this and writing it down and double checking and walking your land, because there's certain things that you'll logic in and out. But then that causes some people to overthink it, which I understand. But long story and the short of it is, if you do over apply, all you can do is hope for the best, because you don't know. You could over apply and you could get a cold spell and everything will be good, or you could over apply and get a 90-degree day and just zorch everything. So it's hard to always know. But if I ever see lawns that are over applied and jacked, I'll be glad to film them for you.
Oh, Hijacker. He gave some input to the whole mower fiasco.
There you go. Okay.
Let's hear
He
it.
said, sell it and buy yourself a zero turn, or go to Ace and Dyer and buy some still whackers.
We love Ace, Gus Fox. Hoorah.
Yeah.
Shout out, Luke. I don't know if Luke's on here, but I've been trying to get over to see him all week. But
Yeah, Terpstras, that's our dealer over here.
You go to Terpstras?
Yeah, we like Terpstras over there.
they're a good dealer,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, I mean, that's a dealer. Ace is, it's
Yeah,
Ace. So.
and they'll work with you too. Like if you want, they'll
They offer
wheel and deal.
financing, I think.
Yeah, but they'll wheel and deal with you too.
Yeah.
You know?
They've been around forever.
Yeah.
Good guys.
Wait, Hilljacker, he says, shout out from Gus Box Ace Boys.
Hoorah, Hill Jacker. Like I said, I've been texting with Luke all week. I want to get over and see him. It's just, things get busy and everything.
Yeah.
But love you guys. Love what you do in the region. And
Yeah, man.
hope that you continue to grow.
Let's see.
Thanks for not jacking the price on Milo, Gus Fox Ace. All Ace hardware. By the way, that's something, seriously. Every one of you that's on here that's an Ace Hardware owner, worker, employee, friend, whatever, they have not jacked the price on Milo. It's still $9.99 pretty much everywhere. And trust me, my group would tell me.
Can you get a discount on Weber Grills?
So I can tell you right now. I feel like Joe Rogan. Oh yeah, you like Traeger? I'll call him. Traeger will send you one tomorrow.
I'm not
Yeah, call
talking
Traeger. So I'm gonna call Ace. Hey, Gutsbox Ace, can you give the Silverback a grill?
No, because my Weber,
Coupon code
I have to-
Silverback 10% off.
have to weld one of the brackets on. For
You talking about the
grill
one that
part.
you bought that's out back?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a charcoal man like me. That's why we've been friends for so many years. No gas grills, but
I do have a gas grill out there too, just for
Oh.
convenience. Hey,
shut the
listen,
live stream off.
Listen. Everybody knows out there when you're pressed for time, gas is the way to go. That's
That's what she said.
I
So I
didn't hear
think, I definitely think that we can get you hooked up with some first class service from Gusbox Ace, no doubt.
Vladimir Martinez says, I live in Chicago, and this year is going to be my first year using the Next Biostimulant package. What's a good next schedule? Well, I'm sure we both got some input on this one.
Yeah, Vladimir, strong name.
I like that.
Well, Al will, put his website in here for you so you can get some product.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they make fun of me for pitching too. They know. Well, you guys know I love pitchmen.
I'm just
So Vlad, we've got. I have a biostimulant schedule. If you sign up for our email list, we'll send it to you for free. Or just email me. I have a contact page on my website. Just send it and say, hey, I want the biostim schedule. You get it for free. Happy to send that to you. And then we'll give you whatever support you need on it.
All right. Well, let's see what else we got here. David Williams, thanks for your low. I'm trying. Oh, that was for somebody.
John fucking.
Oh yeah, that guy.
I don't know how to pronounce your last name, bruh. So I just said it like that.
Yeah, he's all over Matt Martin's streams.
Dude, he's a good dude. He's all over our streams too. My
He
streams.
says, when are you going to
John,
sell...
you're all over my stream, bro.
He says, when are you going to sell the Time Master for good and cut the grass? I don't know what that...
When? Me?
I think so.
The
I don't
Time
have a
Master?
Time
I
Master.
like
you
the
don't have a
Time
time
Master.
master. Well, you like your time master.
I love my Time Master.
For your yard.
You guys want to know what brand intrigues me? Is simplicity. I don't know them. I haven't talked to them.
That's old school simplicity. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I found them at that. What's this dealer over here on in Crown Point, going down into the square up on
Gruhl
the right?
Brothers.
Gruhl
Gruhl
Brothers.
Brothers,
They
yeah.
had simplicity there. I bought my first Toro recycler there. Well, not my first. I bought a Toro recycler there in my 2012, back when I lived here.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember being in there, and the guy was talking to me about simplicity, and they had really nice stripe kits on them and everything. And they talked about simplicity being a brand that's made for the prosumer market. So, not a plug for them. I'd just be curious if any of you have simplicity. I don't see them much, but they intrigue me. So.
Matthew Sandoval says, hashtag True Green.
Matt, are you a True Green guy, bro? Hoorah!
Grant Lucan.
I love the guys that work in the branches, by the way. You guys are hard chargers.
Grant Lucan. Cheap way to get rid of termites.
Ah, now we go.
Well, I will tell you, I'm not that versed in termites, but I could get some information and we could table that. So if you want to, seriously,
Wow, dude.
I'm just telling you, we don't take care
Oh,
of
that's
them
not your,
out-
because you guys are all
out here.
commercial, right?
You know, we're commercial. We do have some termite issues here and there, but it is a whole different process as far as the treatment is concerned. I don't know if you have to drill, if there's mud tubes, what have you. What are you currently dealing with in regards to the termites? Are they in your yard, on the house, what?
By the way, you guys, he's so Southside. Where are those freaking termites? Are they over by the yard? Or are they maybe up over in your freaking rafters?
Right? Yeah.
Right? You got some freaking mud tubes? Are you talking about mud tubes over by there, Biggie?
Do I really sound like that?
Yeah, you do. I obviously take it up a notch, but for sure you do, Crete, Illinois.
All right.
What time is it? I'm getting tired.
Sorry, I couldn't
Here
answer
we
that
go.
question. Here we go. You're already tired?
Yeah.
Listen. Oh, yeah. Also,
How long
when are
you
you
got-
going
when are
to
you guys
mow
leaving?
Connor Ward's lawn? He
Sunday?
is getting
Oh, Monday?
desperate to have someone mow it.
Yeah, I'm going to mow Connor Ward's lawn this year. That's a promise.
Hopefully me too, if he flies me out. I'm just kidding. Listen, I told Connor. he's
Jake
like,
will go anywhere if you give him a flight.
No. Listen, I told Connor. He was like, listen, hey, you should come out. And I'm like, yeah, that's a great idea. Pay for my flight and I'm there.
Yeah. Here's the Southwest Rewards number. I'll give it to you if you want.
All right. What's good for a large yard for mosquitoes?
Oh,
What is it?
It says, what's good for a large yard for mosquitoes?
Believe it or not, and this is something that I experimented with. I believe I can't remember what it's called, but it's a jug that you connect to your hose, in which you want to cut the grass first, right, and then you treat it with your hose, and it'll get rid of the eggs within your lawn. So that's the main thing you want to do. And if there's any puddles underneath, let's say a deck or anything like that, you want to get rid of that moisture because that's where they're going to breed. So the foggings do work, but you have to do them at least 3 times a day. So you got to do morning, afternoon, and evening if you're going to hang out in the yard. But that water application treatment, and I apologize, I don't know what it's called. You can see it, in Home Depot or Menards.
So it's just a hose in.
So it's just a hose in, and that works really well.
I remember you used to fog the backyard when you first moved here. We would have parties in the back. You'd be out there fogging. Like, what are you doing? It's like this haze over the cornfield behind us.
Real
If you ever had to feed corn from this area and your cows like turn green.
He said, Real O'Dad says Quality Inn and Cocoa Beach could use a treatment.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, listen, he knows, man. There's some spots in Florida. Let me just tell you.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
I made Real Low Dad watch a movie called The Florida Project before he came to Florida because I knew that he was going to see that kind of thing, and I think it might have scarred him. Go watch The Florida Project, but don't do it if you're depressed. Don't.
When are you going to set? Oh, I just read that one. See, that's the problem. You scatter out. What's the best thing to use for fire ants?
Oh, let's go.
Oh, again.
He's
gotta-
commercial industrial. I know. I put you on the spot the wrong way.
No, that's okay. Again, we don't deal with a lot of fire ants here, and if you do, where's this guy located?
Well, so here I dealt with fire ants last year.
Yeah,
I just used.
Oh, that's right. You're
I just
in
used-
Florida.
I mean, I just used bifenthrin. There's something called Top Choice that a lot of people use, and I don't know. I think that's a brand. I don't know the active in it, but everybody advertises that. But I just used bifenthrin. I think no, maybe it was beta-cyfluthrin.
Was it a residual or granular?
It was both.
Okay.
Tempered.
Oh yeah, tempered. Yeah.
So I think it was imidacloprid and beta-cyfluthrin. I think somebody can correct me. Tempered.
Mm-hmm.
And I just hosed down the mounds.
Did
and they were
you just
gone.
hose the mounds at that? You didn't go a foot up?
Well, I
the
did.
house
Yes, I used it as perimeter pest.
treatment.
I
Okay.
did, and then I have a video on it. I know because my mom called me about that and told me I was going to die because I didn't know where to breathe it. She was upset. but either way, and then I took the mounds that
Yep.
because you know where they are. If you have
yeah.
fire ants,
Yep.
you know where they are.
Yep.
And I just hosed them, and they were gone.
Yeah.
But I did get a little heavy around my areca palms, and I lost a couple fronds, so they'll jack your
yeah,
palms
yep,
if you get
yeah.
it too heavy.
Yeah.
All right, where else? Here's another good one I get a lot, and that is, what's up, guys? Nice to see you, LCN. Jake, thanks for another great Friday. Have you ever used moss to get moss out of the lawn, or any other ideas to kill moss? This is a common question I get.
Was it moss or peat moss? Isn't that what you used?
No,
to-
not-
No, peat moss is what I used when I seeded.
No,
Yeah.
but moss is
Oh,
like.
by the way, let's clear this up. So how did I do my lawn next door, Eric?
Oh God. He seeded everything. Yep.
Mm.
And I'll never forget when I moved in. I almost took your mailbox off with the moving truck. But anyway, and that was our first interaction. He was out there with, I think he had a Dodge Intrepid at the time.
I did. It was
right?
my company car for
Yeah.
sugaring. I was a marketing
And
man.
here he is.
Crestwood, Illinois.
Here he is. I'm pulling in, and he's got all these bags, and he's out there just laying peat moss and seed on the ground. But that's how he did his yard. His yard looked great. But now Jake's going to do a revival of it, so it should be good.
yeah.
He's
Can't
going
wait
to
for
bring it back to life. But
Yeah, I just texted her today. We
Yeah.
finalized all the details. It's happening. This Sunday is the first ever step we're gonna do. And
that's going to
just-
be pretty cool.
yeah.
It is. It looks. It's turf type tall fescue too, and
Yep.
he's got the bluegrass over here. So he's
it'll
going to
be
do
cool.
the LC. I think that. I mean, I look. Obviously, I come back here, and I like look at that, and I like.
Yeah.
I mean, I love that lawn, man. That was my lawn, you know.
Oh yeah.
But,
It was a good looking lawn.
So back to moss. Let me just say,
It was green. I
Yeah.
mean,
it was a good lawn.
Beautiful.
I've never dealt with moss, my friend. So I know I get a lot of people from Washington State and Oregon asking me about it, and it's gonna have to do. I would rather not worry about a chemical like this moss out or whatever to kill it because it's gonna come back. So you got to think about what's the problem behind it, or what's creating the problem, and typically it's going to be water or a very wet area or a low area and shade
Yeah.
and lack of sun. So I would try to correct those two things
Yeah,
first.
right
Maybe you do need to put in
You know
some
what I'm
drainage.
saying?
Maybe your water table's sitting real high right there, that kind of stuff. So I would work more towards causation rather than, what's the term, babe? Causation. My wife's a nurse. This is
What
how
was
she
that now?
does. Anyway, I could keep putting people on the spot. It's not working out. But causation versus reactive treatment. But,
Yeah, they're gonna be like, you don't know shit about pest control.
None of us do. Hey, I will say, where are we going for the brewery? Where are we going?
Well, there's a couple different areas. We can go off the square, or we can go to.
We were at Off Square last night.
Or we could go to Beer Geeks. Or
Beer Geeks has no food, right?
No, they do. They have great food.
They have food now?
Oh yeah.
So
The
here
Beer
we go.
Geeks off of 45th?
Yeah, in Griffith. Or we could go to Wild Rose. They have food. That's a pretty.
Wild
good one.
Rose and Griffith, I've heard good things about.
Yeah, but if they have a band, I'm not so much.
Too
'cause
loud?
It's so loud you can't even. Last time we went on St. Patrick's Day. It was so loud, like everybody just sat there and nobody talked to anybody because it was that loud. And we just sat there and drank, and we were like, we gotta get the hell out of here.
Hey, now you guys gotta hear that Chicago coming out of him. You
So-
gotta hear it.
So, but then we went to Beer Geeks, had a great time. They had Nintendo set up. You could play video games there. They
Yeah, I
had
know they
two
got
big
that Beer
screens.
Geeks. We like Beer Geeks.
Good music, and then Byway's good too though. Byway has.
See, Nick knows all these. Byways good, yeah. He likes
Byway
Byway.
has great food. It is a little far though. It's in Hammond, yeah.
It's up there in Hammond. It's over
But-
by the
but I'm
Cracker
just
Barrel off
moving-
of the
I-
8094.
You just have to Uber though. That's all. That's the way to do it.
Uber is definitely the way to
Yeah.
do it. Well, I have my wife. She's my designated driver for
Uber,
life.
yeah, but your wife has to have fun too.
She likes having fun, making sure I don't have too much fun.
I'll never forget those stories.
Oh
I'm a
man,
watchman.
hey, living next to Al, it's always been a treat. Let me tell you.
No, I don't go here. Listen, I have all these people convinced that I'm an old, semi-retired guy
yeah.
in Florida that goes
Oh,
to bed
yeah.
at 6 o'clock every
Oh
night.
yeah.
Don't ruin my facade. That'd take me a long time to create this.
Oh no, I won't mess with your reputation.
Thank
I
you.
won't. No,
Thank you.
I won't.
All right.
Hey, so Glorious RT says, what's your opinion on mechanical dethatching? I got something to say about that.
Yeah, you go ahead, brother.
All right. Well, I think that when you have to remove something and take it off to the dump and you're not going to use it for any nutrient value or anything like that, I just think that's a waste. So how about instead of taking that thatch out, why don't we use digestive agents that are in the dethatch to help digest that thatch, break it down, put it back into the ground so it can be used as a food source. I think that's a really sustainable way to go, and it saves you money and time and all that extra labor.
Dude,
So he's-
hey, we should have the next
Dude.
product right here.
I know, right? But listen, so I just want to say, this is what happens when he goes to oncology. That, like, he listens.
Oh, yeah.
Like, a lot of you guys will say Jake copies this. No, Jake
No.
doesn't copy anything. Jake listens, and he retains, and he just knows. That's John Perry right there. So it's super true, though. And I'm going to mess with dethatch this year. Matt Martin and I were talking, and I'm going to give away a secret. 2 secrets. The first secret Matt Martin told me is he says if you have a diseased area that you spray dethatch in there and the disease will heal up quicker. Now that's not an official thing. That's not anything about that. That's Matt Martin telling me, Al, hey, you want to try something kind of cool and funky fresh? Do that. And I think that has something to do with the molasses in there kicking up the microbes. I think all of that, it just makes things flush out, is what I believe. He also says, and this is not a secret, but this is just what everybody says, is when you do apply the dethatch, do it on the hottest day. The very hottest day, and again, it's all about that molasses in there that kicks those microbes into a fury, and then takes that thatch out. So your pitch was way better than mine, bro.
Yeah. So,
What were you gonna
so I have a question then.
Yeah.
Because I'm new to the lawn. You know, he's been taking care of the lawn for years. So what's the difference? Why do people rake their yard?
Mhm.
Right. I seen you rake the yard a couple days and thatch is coming out. Why do you rake the yard 2, 3, 4 times before the season starts?
His favorite word is
Airflow is key.
There you go.
Dude, I love it. Airflow. Go ahead, tell him.
Well,
All right.
go ahead.
All right, so the idea, I know I said this year, and I've been telling you guys all about it. I'm gonna go 100% liquid in my program, right? But being that it's been really cold, right, and my lawn just literally woke up after a brutal winter, I have to make sure I'm giving it that TLC it needs. right? So the way I need to do that is, even though I'm going to be using a chemical that's able to, well, not so much a chemical, but because I don't want you guys to start getting mad at me about that. But anyway, here's the deal. So listen, this, even though I'm using a product that helps digest it and put it back in the ground, I still need to make sure that it's not choking things out in general so that I can get airflow into the soil. Because the last thing we want is anaerobic bacteria building up and then, just all sorts of things going wrong.
Anaerobic
I don't
bacteria.
even know what that is.
That's bacteria.
Anaerobic sounds
It's
bad.
It's bacteria that lives without oxygen.
That's
There
right.
you go.
Becky knows about
Yeah,
anaerobic
Becky.
bacteria.
She was in the ER.
Put myself in an anaerobic state if I drink too much beer, I think. But yeah, for sure, it's about airflow, and that's what the raking is. Like areas where people have vole or mold damage, vole or field mouse damage. Do you have any? Did you find any? Any from the field mice?
You know what? I did see a couple of colonies right over here. No,
Dude, I bet you she's got some in the backyard. I used to get it every year. You know where else
Yeah.
we used to get it in the front over there? Was right under the big window by the birch,
the
the
sheriff.
river birch, my next door.
Oh, you did.
Your new, my old lawn.
Right.
So you should go look and see. So you want to rake that out because that's stuff that's packed down and piled down. You want to rake that out. The other thing is, at the project lawn today, there's some leaves there. He's in the middle of the forest. So even though the end of the year was cleaned up, he's in a forest. So literally there's not a lot of leaves down, but enough. And be sure that every time we were blowing the leaves out of there was a lot of spots. You blow leaves out, boom, bare spot right underneath. It's just,
Yeah.
So that's what airflow is about. That's what you're getting out for and doing those light rakings. Just taking a look at problem spots, just getting some stuff out, creating airflow.
Well, he's got the neighbor Chuck doing it now.
Doing
Chuck's out there.
Chuck's out there
his
raking.
yard, just raking his yard.
No, Chuck, I guarantee you, Chuck watches this on YouTube.
What I-
Chuck's probably
what I
on here.
love-
Chuck, what's up, bro?
No, what
Can I come swim in your pool?
What I love about Chuck, right, is that when I do something, he's out doing it 2 to 3 days later, and he spends extra time on it.
That's
right. I have lights on the roof and ground. He has lights on the roof and ground that are 4 times brighter.
Bro, because he doesn't want you to dominate him.
That's
I'm
right.
telling you, he's watching the freaking video.
You know what? wait till I talk to my buddy in the lighting industry, and he hooks me up with lights that are like neon
Oh,
signs.
geez, you're gonna have like freaking jets
Yeah.
out here.
It's gonna look like Griswold out here.
I hope they're solar powered.
All right, I'm starting to lose my train of thought. I need some food. Where we at?
All right, we're almost done.
Yeah.
We're 7:12.
Let's answer some good old. We had some good questions so far.
Yeah, we do, man.
Hey, is that Furt Wife? Hey, Furt Wife.
Yeah. Hey, Furt Wife, thank you for the stickers, and yes, you're welcome for the advice.
Oh, she liked the bed bug advice. Furt Wife sent me some stickers, and
Me
I
too.
put one on my podcast. You guys check her out on Instagram. Just such a good addition to the community. Positive stuff. I mean, she's hilarious, and her husband's a lawn lover. So it's really good to see you guys in the community, and I appreciate you, Furt Wife, being a part of everything.
Yeah,
so.
and thanks for the nice comments about Jake and what he's doing. That's
Yeah.
awesome. She
Hey,
sent stickers to him.
Luca's in
Oh,
here.
she sent stickers to you
Yep.
too? Oh, man, that's awesome. Freaking Grass Factor. All right, you want me to bust his chops about John Pinkerton's one cupcake place.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Did you read it?
No, what happened?
Oh my! Wait,
I freaking show up. We're getting ready to do our video. I'm all excited. Me and
Can I-
Jake.
can
We're
I
going to
read
set
the
up a
package?
plan. We're going to take some notes over here. Bada beep, bada boop, right?
All right,
Yeah.
let's read the package. Right, ready?
And this is on the door. And I'm like, that one cupcake
It
place. I'm
came-
like, what is
here.
that? I know that
Okay.
name.
Just read it.
Hey Jake, Matt and Connor got some. Seems like you were long overdue for some. Share with your sister. She bugs you even if she messes with the stream. And then over here they have flavors. They have like the cookie dough is edible, no eggs. What does this say? Oso dough is regular chocolate chip.
So he's describing the flavors of their cookie dough.
Yeah,
Freaking cookie dough, John Pinkerton.
yeah. The one with the sprinkles. Hold on.
I like this one here.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
P.S. Alan hasn't gotten any,
You gonna show
and
the
I
cookie dough
don't have
story?
a good reason why. Oh well.
So Matt Martin sends it to everybody else, but I don't get any one cupcake. John Pinkerton is in every group of mine. He used to freaking moderate like my coaching without even me asking him. I mean, I'm closer to John Pinkerton than any. He was in my coaching Slack, like running it for me without even asking.
That's funny.
Right? I don't get any one cupcake plate. You don't think I would put that like on a YouTube video, right? Huh? All the little guys. Connor Ward, how many subscribers does he have? Like 500? Come on. Anyway, that's funny.
Is it okay to apply anti-fungus every spring just to prevent fungus on my yard? Well, they're talking about fungus preventative.
Yeah, I mean, if you know that, so if you have turf
I don't
type
know
tall
what you're
fescue in
talking about.
Carolina and you know that you're going to get brown patch, then yes,
Is
you
that
should
it for
definitely
you?
do preventative.
I'll be right back.
But I mean, up here, my fescue, just so you guys know over here, I would get a couple spots of brown patch here and there in the spring, but it wasn't enough that I ever applied anything. Even dollar spot, I showed in a couple videos, I get some dollar spot, but I just let it grow through. I think it's okay to let the lawn have some fights. It's okay to thin it out a little bit. It's okay to let it lean out in a couple spots here and there. I think it's good for it. In the north, in cool season, I do not recommend that in warm season because the weeds grow so fast. The jungle is always trying to retake the land, and if you give them any ground, the weeds will just be right in. So that's not the case in warm season, but cool season for sure. I think you should go with more of a let's hope for the best type strategy. Control the controllables and not put the fungicides down if you don't have to, because they do. You know, anything you put down is going to affect the lawn. A weed control fungicide, it's going to stunt it in some way, and I would rather not do that if we can.
I put prodiamine for
Matt Martin, how was that, bro?
He's laughing.
Matt Martin. I sound like Matt Martin right there, I think.
What a
Sometimes I try to be Matt Martin in my mind. It doesn't really work because I'm 5'4" and he's like 6'8".
He's
Sometimes
like
I try.
he's like here's what's funny about Matt. He's like he's big like a football player, but he's cuddly like a teddy bear. You know that when you meet him. He's
big
like
as heart.
look at him, stellar. Vladimir Martinez, what are your thoughts on tenacity as a pre and post emergent? This is a good one.
Yeah, we get this one a lot. I mean,
I do too. A lot.
I mean, if you really want to use mesotrione, I mean, go get the Scott stuff. It's granular. I always tell you to go granular first. I just think it's easier for what we have. But sure, if you want to use mesotrione, the tenacity as a pre-emergent, and you're doing seeding, I think, I mean, that's fine. It's not something I talk about much. I think that's more of an advanced strategy. And you guys know, and I think people get annoyed at me sometimes when I'm like, I don't recommend spring seeding. I recommend fall. It doesn't mean you can't do spring seeding. It's just something I don't necessarily get into. Now, I think I should. I think I would love to have a project like that again. And we'll have that kind of content eventually. But for sure, if you're doing spring seeding, mesotrione is great. I'll start to work, give you 30 days pre-emergent. But I think y'all have to check this out, but it's not necessarily the best in the fall because I don't think I think it only suppresses Poa annua, which is your biggest fall problem, maybe henbit. I think I would look at the label if I was going to use it for the fall time. But for spring, if you want to do it, I mean, go for it. Who am I to say not to?
You should come
Hey,
back.
who's giving you some $?
Oh, look at
What
that.
is that? Oh, wow. Aviation World 787. Thanks for giving my bro a hat tip there.
He says, when should you put down your first application of Milorganite in the south?
Well, it depends what part of the south you're in, bro, but I'm pretty sure almost all of us are at 65-degree soil temps, and that's when warm season grass should start pushing nitrogen. So that's another reason why I like the separated pre-emergent, because the pre-emergent goes down at the 55 approachable. This is warm season, and your first fert goes down at 65. Reason is especially with Bermuda in that and Zoysia, you don't want to push those hard and then have a chance of a freeze. So typically once you get at 65-degree soil temp, you're pretty close to being out of that zone where it's going to be a problem and you can start going.
He's in
So,
Texas.
he's in Texas, so bro, you're good. I don't even need ramble. Throw down Texas. Yeehaw.
Silverback is the coolest nickname. I know.
Yeah,
it's
man,
so
I gave him
freaking
that
Great.
because look at him. He looks like a freaking silverback gorilla.
You got listen.
He's not flexing. He's got on his stupid fake arm shirt and all
The
that.
OGs.
Take your
the
shirt
people-
off. Hey, Connor Ward, take your shirt off.
Hey, did you?
Dude,
ever
come
see
on,
that?
dude. Just freaking flex.
No.
Dad, did you ever watch the video
What?
where Connor headlocked me with his shirt off?
No.
All right, you get me in trouble. This is what you let my son do when you
Oh,
go to
no.
Florida.
No, I don't care about that.
I know you.
I
don't.
just. That,
Pop music. Hey, bro. Jake, when will you get a flamingo for your yard? That's a great question. You don't
We
have
got
one.
plenty of them. We give you
Very soon.
Did you guys hear that? My wife goes, "We got plenty of them. We'll send you one."
so you're gonna put a pink flamingo on your?
Well, yeah, just to represent dominance.
What does it mean to you, Eric? Pink flamingos in the yard. What does it mean to you?
You know what? Seriously, you want to know?
Because I think I know. Because I think I know. But you tell me.
No. You want to know what it
I
reminds
want to
me
know.
of?
I want to know.
Because this is how old I am. Is Miami Vice.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah,
That's okay.
Right, that's
It
right.
does. It reminds me
That's
of
right.
Miami Vice.
Should we do the theme?
Intro.
Yeah.
But that's what it reminds me of.
Yeah.
But you know, you said something about trailer parks and shit. But
Yeah. So, I believe, and we might have to shut the live stream off at any moment now. I believe that there is a sect of the world that believes that when you have pink flamingos in your yard, that you are attracting a certain type of activity. It's like advertising that you are someone that participates in a certain activity. So I'm just saying, I've heard that as well. So I want to make sure it's not that my wife's going, what? She already don't like the flamingos out in the yard, but I got to remember whose stream we're on. This ain't mine. This is why I don't go live, you people. This is exactly why I don't go live, because I need to edit.
Hey, thanks,
I mean,
man.
I'm only a half a
Thank you,
beer
man.
in. I know, I'm taking over. I'll shut
Matt,
up.
Matt's freaking tipping
Oh,
us,
thanks,
man.
Matt, bro.
Alternating ringer and Milorganite this year. Any benefit to starting with one over the other? Thanks.
Milorganite ring.
How can you double dark a lawn looking to double dominate?
You know the double dark, bro. Hey, Lawn Guardian, Ben.
Iron.
Cheers, bro.
Okay, so what, more Milorganite?
No, just more iron in general.
Mm.
That's what we get from the.
That's why I like the 700.
Yeah, 7.0 is really good for that.
Why not the 500?
Who was asking about Ringer, Lawn Restore, or Milo? I mean, listen, if you don't need the extra FOSS, then go with Ringer. The thing about Ringer is, man, I wish they would put it in more places. I've tried to work with them and be like, guys, you got a freaking awesome product here. Let's get it out. But, you know, I'm trying. But that's a great product, man. It works. It turns your lawn like a truer green color that is pretty cool, actually. So.
Truer green. Did you hear what you just said?
I did. Yeah. Well, because the Milo is like a blue green. No joke, bro. I mean, the
I know,
Milo.
but truer green, true green. That's great.
I mean, it is. It's a truer green. It is.
No, here's a very
It's the
poetic.
potassium.
Here's a very poetic way to think about it. Milorganite will give you a blue green, whereas Ringer will give you a true green.
Oh, that's a T-shirt.
Oh man, it is.
Right?
Right.
Oh. All right.
Trademark JTLK 2019.
Anthony Barton, time to play quarters. That's right, Brad. That's why I'm drinking these. These are Nick. What's the percent on these?
3.5.
5.
Three
Yeah,
and a half.
3.5.
That's
Sub
a-
3.5.
That's like a wine cooler. That's a wine.
A wine cooler. It's a Zima.
Yeah.
Who remember? You used to put Zima with a little shot of grenadine in there. So walk around the club. That's Miami Vice. Walk around with your pink Zima. I'm telling you, we have to cut this live stream off. Bro. It's getting bad right now. Listen, this happens every time. Last time we were at the Don Cesar somewhere down in St. Pete Beach.
Is this thing on?
I'm dropping F-bombs, buying $125 6-packs of freaking
That's when you
Corona.
had your sunglasses on.
Yeah. People would say I look like Weekend at Bernie's. I was like, we gotta cut this off, man.
I was watching that. It was hilarious.
The best
That was
part.
funny.
The best part was when I said Silverback says hello, and everybody's like, "What's up, Silverback?"
Old Silverback.
Oh, that's too funny.
You were like, "Big."
Is that clone at all Home Depots? Adam Miller. We found a clone today at Menards. Is that the one you're talking about? We found their clone. It's a 430. I took Jake's Milorganite that he had in the garage, and I used that for our project lawn. So I replaced it with some of the Menards stuff, so he could see what that does. We haven't smelled it yet. I was gonna go out and do a smell test, but there's no daylight left. So
Matt says the back don't do wine coolers.
Silverback don't do nothing under 9% ABV.
No,
He's like, I need like 92 IBUs.
Well, I want to have like 2 drinks and be good. You know?
Yeah, see? Yeah, no, that's when he switches to the Tullamore Dew.
Or vodka.
That's funny. Oh, Travis A. Last attempt, I have mostly Bermuda, but last owner seeded fescue with large bare spots, hard as concrete. What do you suggest? Should I start over?
Pick a grass type and nurture it. That's really it.
Commit to it.
Yeah, so if you want the Bermuda,
Yeah, but why would it be hard, fellas? Why would the
Well,
grass be
because
so hard? No,
here's the
everybody
problem.
thinks their soil is terrible, but it's not.
Well, here's the problem too. Bermuda, in general, if you choose to go with fescue, I don't know if you know this, but Bermuda's like
no,
a really.
I don't. That's why I'm asking.
Bermuda's like a dominant grass. It's like the jock of the group, right? It takes
The
over.
jock.
It takes over everything. So when
yeah, right.
even if you feed it the littlest amount, it'll creep over. It'll take over everything. So it's very dominant compared to fescue. So if you choose to get rid of that and go with fescue, you're gonna have a heck of a fight to deal with.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah. All right, let's see here. Tom Hagzan, how long after you blanket spray tenacity can you respray if needed?
I don't know the label off the top of my head. so-
Neither do I. I get this question all the time about tenacity, and I just tell them
Yeah.
straight up front, read the
Listen, here's the best. I'll give you guys a tip though. Go find the label wherever it is, and pull up the PDF,
Do
and
my
then
own
do
.com.
Control F, which means find, and then type the keywords, and it will search the PDF for you, and will give you that. So you could do respray, search applications like that.
He's in luck. Aiden, I need you to link to domyown.com, Tenacity, to help my buddy, what's his name? Which one asked about?
He'll figure it out. Yeah, link to the PDF, Brad.
Just listen, link to Tenacity on domyown.com, look it up Tenacity, it's the first thing that comes up, and I want you to leave that link right here.
Put Jake's affiliate link in there too. Can you do that? If you do
No,
that,
I
I'd be
didn't.
so impressed.
I didn't do the field.
You don't have that set up? Gary Vaynerchuk would be so disappointed. I'm just kidding. We're not putting affiliate links in your feed. But it would be freaking awesome if all of a sudden Jake's like, bro, my affiliate link to Tenacity's right there. I
Keep
make
saying
6
tenacity. I think the guy has athlete's foot.
Tenacity. You talk about tenactin?
Yeah.
Face actin, tenactin? Boy, that's a Chicago word. Face actin, tenactin. Hey, how come they got Brian Urlacher like on every freaking billboard
hair,
on
you see
294 showing his
Oh
hair?
my god.
Brian Urlacher, bro, didn't you make enough money in the NFL? You don't have to embarrass yourself with hair loss.
They used to have
He must
Ryan
own it.
They used to have Ryan Sandberg.
I know,
up
but
there,
Ryan
too.
Sandberg's old. He probably needs some endorsements. But I mean, by the way, the Cubbies won yesterday. That was a freaking impressive win. Did you see that?
12
Thank you,
before.
Aiden.
Over the Texas Rangers. Hey,
Aiden, look at him, what a guy. Here's Tenacity.
thanks, Aiden. You're a good man.
What a
and
guy.
listen, guys, you'll make so much knowledge reading the labels. I promise you. I know I'm not the only nerd that gets lost reading labels. You learn so much because there's keywords in there, and then you can go and search what those keywords mean. You end up on a university website. I'm telling you, listen, in the South, University of Florida has great resources. Up here, Purdue University, great resources. University of North Carolina, good resources. You got basketball going on right now. Carolina
that's
playing
right.
tonight
Yeah, they're playing Auburn.
in Kentucky.
Oh.
Purdue freaking had a massive
Yeah,
win
but Auburn,
yesterday
I think
over
Aub-
Tennessee.
I think our Auburn is going to be the champion.
I'm acting like I pay attention to sports. Listen, the only reason I'm paying attention to sports is we were drinking beer in a sports bar yesterday, and I caught up on everything in like 10 minutes. Other than that, I know nothing about
What
sports.
sports bar did you go to?
Buddy and Pals in Crown Point.
Oh boy.
That's what everybody says. Oh boy, you went to Buddy and Pals?
Yeah.
Came out alive? Yeah, man. A lot
Aiden's
of
got a
trucks with
question.
ladders on the top, out,
Oh
in, the,
yeah.
out in the
Absolutely.
parking lot.
Absolutely.
Aiden's got a question. He's asking about the rig you have over here. He's asking, does the mic adapter suck? Good question, because I'm getting this rig too.
Yeah, so definitely get the actual GoPro mic adapter. Don't get the knockoff. So no, it doesn't suck. The challenge you have, at least I do, is that, and Connor Ward taught me this, is when you turn on the power, you have to you can't use the quick start. There's a quick start on a GoPro you can just press. I don't use any of the voice commands.
Oh.
Jake was teaching me that today. Real Dad actually taught me a lot about the settings on this. I don't really know jack nothing about any of this. So my videos kind of suck. But either way, you have to turn this on here on the side first and then start in order for the external mic to work. If you use the quick start with the external mic hookup, you will get 0 sound. And the funny thing is when Connor was here, he warned me about that. I bought the setup because of him, and he can give you, because they have to get some of these extra things. He warned me about that, and yet I did it, and I lost an entire Saturday of videos. It was devastating.
Did you really?
Yeah, I had no sound, and I was
boy.
like, I mean,
So you had to edit it in,
You had
or
to
you
reshoot it.
You couldn't do it at all.
I had to reshoot. I think I was up to like 3 a.m.
Oh, that's brutal.
It was terrible. My life
that's-
sucks.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Oh.
Because
Oh.
you're like, I had some good
It's
content to
terrible.
put out. And then you're like, shit.
I mean, just think, I used to have to work with auto dealers. Ah! And now I'm up editing at 3 a.m. drinking beer. My life is so terrible. All right, we got to cut this off. I'm gonna say something I shouldn't say.
we do. We gotta go eat.
If you're an auto dealer, I love
we gotta
you.
go eat, right?
No,
not
you
easy
need
to
to
work
get
with,
DoorDash or something.
DoorDash.
DoorDash.
All right, let's turn this off so we can get some food. I need to get.
All right. Well, first off,
Thanks, y'all. I'm playing around a little bit.
I
appreciate you.
I have a
all being
couple
around.
thank yous I want to say to a couple people that I haven't recognized in the past week. Number one, thank you to Ben, the Lawn Guardian, and Furtwife for sending me the stickers. I appreciate you guys so much for making this community really great. And also, one big thank you to That One Cupcake Place for hooking us up. I'm definitely going to enjoy all of those tonight. Thank you guys so much. With that, I'm Jake the Long Kid. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next Friday. If not, I will see you guys this Sunday with the new video. Hopefully, hold me accountable to it. So, with that, see you guys next week.
Cheers.
See ya.
Take care.
All right.
You gotta crawl over the bar to turn it off?
Yep.